Hello, hello. Let everybody join in. Take a little bit longer and then I'll start my Periscope. Thank you for the hearts, by the way. Love the hearts. I always love the hearts. So, wait a little bit longer. Tonight I'm going to have an idiom lesson. Oh, hello from Saudi Arabia. Hello from Russia. Hope you're doing well. I am doing well. I'm doing great. Thank you. I'm glad you're doing well too. I'm glad you're doing well, Annie. Good morning from Ankara. Sweet. Awesome. I'm waiting for your lessons every day. Cool. I'm trying to do them more often. I didn't have one yesterday because I was kind of busy, but I'm trying to give my lessons every day, trying to fit them in. It's been busy. It's been crazy at school, so it's been hard, but I'm trying to get back on schedule. I know AJ's kind of been taking a break too from his videos. He said he's been really busy and not been on Twitter as much. We've both been kind of busy, so it stresses us out. There's always a lot to do, but yes, I cleaned the room. It's a lot cleaner now. A lot better looking. Got all my posters on the wall. We have lights up. Lights on the wall. Looks a lot better. This is what a college dorm room usually looks like. Just lots of posters, lots of flags. We have a dartboard over there. Futon. That's what we call a futon. It's a couch. Oh, thank you. Thank you for your appreciation. So I'm doing an idiom lesson today. It's Sunday, so it's still Sunday, so I'm doing an idiom lesson today. And so it's going to be a simple lesson. Usually the idiom lessons are easier than the tough TOEFL words. But I think I picked one that a lot of people don't know. And so I'll go ahead and start my idiom lesson. First I have to start with a question. Has anyone heard the phrase to bite off more than you can chew? To bite off more than you can chew. If you bite off more than you can chew. Has anyone heard this idiom? Oh wait, we'll find out if anybody's heard this one. I've got a Christmas sweater on right now. It's kind of cold in my room. My Christmas sweater on. No, I'm getting a no. I haven't heard it. I have never heard it. Good. Nothing. Not a zip. Zero. Cool. A lot of people haven't heard this, so this is good. So what it means to bite off more than you can chew means that you take on way too much. Means that you agree to do something that you can't do alone. A perfect example is me. Sometimes I work on projects as president of the school. I work on projects and someone will ask me to do something. And I'll say yes, knowing though that I probably can't do it by myself. So I'm biting off more than I can chew. I'm taking on a project that I can't complete by myself. It's way too difficult. It would be too hard for me to complete by myself. So this is what it means to bite off more than you can chew. Another great example is when it can be physical too. So AJ and I, when we went to the Himalayas, the Himalayan mountains, technically the Himalayas, we were trekking, and Tomoe was there too, and we were trekking. That means to hike or to climb the mountains. And we thought it was going to be easy, but it was actually very difficult. And we bit off more than we could chew. So picture biting something, picture taking a big bite of something, but you can't chew it because it's so big. Well, that's kind of the metaphorical meaning of it, saying that you're taking on something that you can't complete, something that would be way too difficult to complete. So it's common. I hear this a lot. People tell me I bite off more than I can chew. It's a common phrase in the United States. You'll hear it all the time. But it's pretty easy. So if you ever have a friend that takes on way too much stuff, they seem stressed out and busy all the time, they seem like they have too much to do, just say, I think you've bitten off more than you can chew. You've bitten off more than you can chew. And if they ask what that means, tell them you took on a project, you decided to do a project that is too big. Another example is if you've ever seen Extreme Home Makeover or the shows that fix cars, and they have like I think it was called Pimp My Ride, was a popular show during the mid-2000s. they'd always have dates that they have to have their work done by. They had to have the project finished at a certain time, so they'd have a week to do it. Well, often they would bite off more than they could chew. They would say that they could have it done by the end of the week and then never get it done. And this means that they just took on too much. This term, I've taken on too much. Yes, so it's overloading work. That's a perfect example, or a perfect explanation, is overloading your work. Taking on way too much, thinking you can do more. Another common one that's kind of similar, actually, up this alley. I'll teach two idioms, even though I was going to just teach this one. But has anyone heard, so does everybody understand to bite off more than you can chew before I go on? Cool, I'm getting yes. Fix my hair. Yes, exactly. Good, good. Sure. Awesome. Okay, so I'll teach one more for today. So the other one that I'm going to teach is your eyes are bigger than your stomach. Your eyes are bigger than your stomach. Has anyone heard this? To have eyes bigger than your stomach. Sorry, the American flag's blowing all over the place today. Eyes bigger than your stomach. Never. Okay, good. So what it means to have eyes bigger than your stomach, it means that let's say I'm really hungry. I'm always really hungry after exercising or working out. I'm always really hungry. And I think I can eat a lot more than I actually can. So let's say I go to McDonald's. So let's say I go to McDonald's and I go order 20 cheeseburgers, and I start eating them and I only make it through 5 cheeseburgers before I feel full, before I've eaten too much. Well, this means I have eyes bigger than my stomach. This means that I see the food and I want a ton of it, I want a lot of it, but my stomach can't can't hold that much food, so my eyes are bigger than my stomach. It's common. My dad says this a lot when we order a lot of food at the restaurant and then we don't eat a lot of it. He always goes, oh, your guys' eyes are bigger than your stomach. Your eyes are bigger than your stomach. It means you order a lot more food than you can actually eat. This is very common in the United States as well. You'll hear this a lot. People say this if you order a lot of food. It's easy to order a lot of food here because the portions are so big in the United States compared to everywhere else. I think America has some of the biggest portions I've ever seen. Portions are like just sizes for food. I remember when I went to Asia, the large in Asia is a small in the United States. So it's kind of funny to see like the differences. I'd have to order, if I wanted like a big ice cream, because that's my favorite, I'd always have to get a huge, like an extra large ice cream if I wanted one that was the same size as like a medium in the United States. We like food and we have everything big. I don't get why, but they do, especially in Texas. Texas has a lot of big food, but it's very common the sizes are just huge, but it's very common to have eyes bigger than your stomach, to think you can eat more than you actually can. So do you have any questions about today's idioms? Those are two pretty simple idioms. You have eyes bigger than your stomach, and you have to bite off more than you can chew. Pretty easy idioms. Do I have any questions? If you have a perfect idea but your hands are shorter to do it, I'm not sure. I've never heard that one. It might be similar. I don't know. I can't tell you. Sorry, my nose is itchy. Ah. So do I have any questions? Any questions? Can you explain one bad word? I guess I can. What word do you want? It depends on the word, I guess. Hold on. Don't write it. I'll think of a word that. Oh, when you use the slang word dude? No, that's perfectly normal. I say dude all the time. I say dude all the time, so I say some of the common like phrases I use for slang, and then I'll do one bad word just because of you guys asked. But I do. I say dude. I say man. I say bro. I'm trying to think of what else I say. A lot of people say hey guy. Just common, just kind of like general phrases to call people by. Pretty common in the United States. Okay, I'm being asked what does the phrase, and sorry if I offend anybody, I'm being asked to explain one bad word, so I will explain it. It's a common word in the United States. And I think I've explained it in a past lesson because someone brought it up. But so there's a common phrase called douchebag. Obviously, that's not what it's actually meant, but just to explain it really quickly, it's just a jerk. It's a kind of a mean person. It's usually a guy. You call a guy this. And it's usually someone who likes a lot of attention, who's kind of a jerk, kind of thinks he's really big stuff, really important. Someone who's arrogant, kind of. It's a common phrase in the United States. People call each other it all the time. So don't call people it. I promise. Don't call people it, especially here, because you can get hit. Someone will hit you if you call them that. But yeah, it's common. I mean, it's really sad, but it is. I mean, we call anybody really. A lot of people call people they don't know that look like they're kind of cocky or arrogant. They call people that. I'm trying to think of a famous person that fits that characteristic. Kind of like Charlie Sheen. If you know Charlie Sheen, he kind of fits that. The phrase that I just said. But that's the only curse word I will ever tell you what it means, or else we're done. I don't want to get in trouble. Only because you asked once, but when you come here, you'll learn the curse words. I mean, you don't have to be taught that. You'll learn the curse words. But just be careful what you say, especially on social media, on the internet. You got to be really careful. Obviously, it's common to use curse words. A lot of people use them. But you just got to be careful about what you say and who you say it around. I know I have Australian friends who use some specific curse words that are okay. They're just normal in Australia, but they're actually really bad in the United States. They use a couple words that are really, really bad in the United States, but aren't so bad in Australia. And I know that they almost got beaten up one day when they were here because they started saying those words, and a group of people hated it. They were like, oh my God, I can't believe they're using that. And so you just got to be careful. The one I just taught is common. I mean, it's not that bad. It's honestly pretty normal to hear that. But yeah, usually you got to be careful. Especially when you're traveling. Especially when you're traveling, you really want to be careful. So, yeah, that's what it means. We're done with that, but we'll move on. No fuss, no muss. Oh, gosh, what does that mean? I've heard that before. I'll check that one. I don't want to tell you something that's different. I don't use that one very often, so I'll have to check that one and get back to you. So I'll do an idiom tomorrow along with a TOEFL word, and I'll get back to you and let you know what that means, because I'm not sure. I'd have to check. So to anybody that didn't see me 2 days ago, I will explain to you that I'm growing a beard. So if I have a big beard by the time December hits, I'm sorry. If you think it's gross, I apologize.